Welcome to MMA Inside the Cage. It's our Season 2 premiere, and we're still bringing the world of mixed martial arts straight to you. I'm your host, Cyrus Fees, and alongside me is Casey Oxendine, Season 2. Now, Casey, in 52 weeks, we saw all sides of you. We saw the different colors in your hair, we saw the shapes in your beard, and then for a while you had a spray tan, so we saw the Jersey Shore side of you. And what I want to know is this season, what can we expect, man? Are you finally going to get rid of this thing on your face, bro?
Oh, you're out of your mind if you think this is going anywhere. All right, but, you know, we all change, but some things remain the same.
True.
However, some things do evolve.
Yeah, like amoebas.
Like MMA Inside the Cage. We're talking about single-cell organisms driving all the way through humanity and beyond.
I love this show, man. I'm so excited about this season, man. We have a new look, a little futuristic feel here, and now we have even more fight action.
And that's right, we're talking about the biggest fights from across the globe, places like South Africa, Great Britain, and even Russia.
Awesome, man. And tonight we're going to see fights from Strikeforce, Fight Zone TV's X Series event, and the newest promotion to join the revolution, Superior Challenge, straight out of Sweden. Now let's get Season 2, Episode 1 started with our friends from Strikeforce. Now the Challengers event was a great one. It was out there at the Vegas Palms. We saw Sarah Kaufman pick up a victory, possibly getting closer to another title shot against Marlis Conan. Well, maybe Marlis Conan or Miesha Tate. Now, your thoughts on Kaufman's fight, Casey?
Man, you know, coming into this fight, I knew that Liz Carmouche was going to have a lot of momentum after her bout with Marlis Conan.
Sure.
But, you know, Sarah Kaufman really got it together, played her game the way she needed to, and dominated for 3.
She's real good, man. Bowling versus Volker 3 was the main event, and it was another solid war between the two. Now, Volker takes the rubber match, gets the TKO stoppage in round 2. Roger Bowling seemed a little upset. I mean, he did get pounded out, but he felt that maybe he took that eye poke in the beginning. You think that was a major difference?
Well, you know, the first one ended with an eye poke, and of course it went to the cards, and Roger Bowling took it. So I was a little bit nervous when I saw that. I think it was a really good fight. Bobby Volker is, you know, very, very durable, can take a beating, and you know, and then very dangerous as well. If, you know, if you forget that he has power, then you can come back to haunt you.
And Volker is no doubt going to be going up the rankings. Now, the fight we were most excited for is our first fight of the night, and it's Knoxville's own Ovince St. Preux going up against Joe Cason in a 205 matchup. Now, Ovince is a good friend of the show. He's on a tear in Strikeforce, 4-0. Now, spoiler alert, he does get past Cason in this fight, Casey, and now with wins over Antoine Britt, Benji Raddick, and Obongo Humphrey, what is next for OSP?
Man, you know, his coaches were very concerned, you know, leading into this fight because Cason is a very tough guy, comes from Duke Rufus's camp, you know, and it was for a challenger show. You know, I think Ovince had felt, you know, there had been word about some bigger fights coming up for him. You know, leading in, he was going to be on the main show, and then they bumped him, felt like they bumped him down to this challenger series. Man, he truly proved it by getting that big finish, you know, round 1 like he needed to do against a very game opponent.
Yeah, very dominant. I'm either seeing King Mo, Fei Zhao, Hadra Gracie, or Babalu in his future. Now, if Hendo gets past Fedor, this is interesting. Is there a chance we'll ever see OSP possibly take on Dan Henderson?
Man, in this sport, when you're talking money and gold belts, I think anything can be possible. You know, OSP would be a very worthy champion too. You know,
he's a real class act.
Very classy guy. You know, especially giving props to his coach Eric Turner after his last fight. Cool. You know, that's the guy that's been with him since, you know, from the ups and the downs. You know, and all through it. So it's really nice to see that. You know, in a day when a lot of guys jump ship.
That's very true. Now, before we see OSP go to work, jump on the net and check out Strikeforce.com for all news and upcoming events. Well, here it is. It's Ovince St. Preux versus Joe Cason, and it features your MMA Inside the Cage Punch of the Week.
Man, you know, Cyrus, I am so excited to be here. We got so much space here in a new studio, you know, and there's, you know, something I've just been wanting to try for a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
All right, it's kind of like a mixture between the Punch of the Week and our Technique of the Week. So check it out.
Yeah, sure, what's going on?
All right.
So you're gonna grab me here?
Yep. Whoa, come on, Casey. No. Are you serious? Why would you do this to me?
We're scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Our referee in charge, Kim Winslow.
Red, are you ready? Blue, are you ready? Fight!
3 rounds of the Strikeforce light heavyweight division. Ovince St. Preux in the red gloves and promotional newcomer Joe Cason in the blue. Cason with the straight right through the guard of St. Preux, trying to walk him down early. There's a leg kick.
Cason really quick here. Yeah, and as good a wrestler as he is, he loves to knock people out.
St. Preux fighting out of the southpaw position. Tag Cason coming in with the left hand. And in the 7 months since we last saw him in a Strikeforce cage, St. Prue's been traveling, training with Team Quest Temecula with Dan Henderson, who of course headlines next Saturday's card in Chicago against Fedor. Also spent some time at the Grudge Training Center in Colorado with Trevor Whitman. That knee rocked Cason, and Cason now hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, walked right into that one, and I tell you what, St. Preux looks like the rest has done him well.
He's got his back now. He's got the one hook in, landing some crushing left hands from underneath the armpit. Cason trying to block, but he can't block what you can't see, Stephen.
No, you can't. St. Preux not even worried about getting a submission here with the hooks. Just blasting away.
Round and pound, and that is it. OSP with the first round TKO. And make it 8 in a row for a guy who may have just graduated to the Strikeforce Big Show. He is a perfect 4-0 here in Strikeforce.
Here it is. Here comes Cason coming in. Looks like the knee clipped him. It looked like a roundhouse kick, but the knee was bent up and clipped Cason on the jaw. Here it is again. Backing up, sees him coming in. Yep, knee caught him on a roundhouse kick. Happens when guys close the distance like that, and then the left hand dropped him. Ovince St. Preux showing good balance there also. Here he is, putting him away. Cason was tapping several times. I don't think the ref quite caught it. And
ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end as the fighter taps out at 1 minute and 12 seconds of round number 1 for the winner, OSP, Ovince St. Preux.
Welcome back to MMA Inside the Cage. Cyrus Fees and Casey, come on, man.
Get over in your spot. It's time to film the show.
If you'd stop messing around with things, we could actually finish this show here. Round number 2, Cyrus Fees, Casey Oxenine, the Season 2 premiere. Now, we are proud of bringing in companies from all over the world on the show, but we still love to show love to the homeland, and that next fight comes from the X-Series promotion based in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Now, that being said, X-Series doesn't just cover Tennessee by any stretch, Casey. Promoters Gene Click and Tim Loyer are making their claim as one of the top organizations in the Southeast. Now, that event that they had, the X-Series Crossroads, is probably one of the biggest, most competitive events we've seen in a while.
Oh, it was incredible, man. Of course, leading in with the Rising Fight League series,
awesome.
Then right on into the X Series, and then with the big main event.
Sure, and then they brought Fight Zone in, and then of course they had, Christopher James was in the building, and Casey Oxenine was on commentary.
Yeah, and then of course Cyrus Fees
was cage announcing. Man, X-Series has partnered up with Florida MMA juggernaut XFC, and 2 of the X-Series brightest stars are heading to Florida to start their pro careers. Now, these 2 men are featherweights Billy Mullins and lightweight Scott Holtzman. Now, let's talk about these 2 up-and-comers, Casey. Billy the Kid Mullins, man. Talk about his game and how it's going to translate to the pro game.
Man, when I first saw him a few years back, very green, but very tenacious in his fights. Since then we've seen a huge evolution. Of course, with Gene Click and his work with Billy. Man, this guy is got stars in his eyes.
That's very true, man. Do you think he can compete really with some of those guys down there in XFC?
Oh, absolutely, man. He has a very, very founded game. Very solid clinch work, good wrestling. His jiu-jitsu has since blossomed since working with Gene Click, and a very, very tough striker, man. Complete package.
That could be it, man. And then we have our man featured in our second fight tonight, Scott Holtzman. Hot sauce, man. This guy's jacked. He looks more like a 170 or a 185 pounder than a 155 guy. Now, what kind of damage do you think he can do on a pro level?
Man, that dude looks like a superhero of sorts, man.
He's a monster.
Truly 155 pounds, walking around at probably 185, 190, and just beats people up. And once he beats people up, he gets on top, and his jiu-jitsu is like an ace. It's very smooth and refined. Scott Holtzman has I'm very impressed with Scott Holtzman.
Yeah, man, and he works with Shield Systems. They've done really wonderful.
Oh yeah, man. Ben Harrison, good coach, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Now he doesn't have a lot of experience, Casey. Do you think that's going to be a problem at all?
Well, I think he, as long as he continues to evolve, Holtzman is another one of those that has a home base, but then he also trains with a lot of different camps and and hones his skills, with different opponents.
That's true. Now, before we go to the fight, make sure you go online, xseriesmma.com, for info on the next big event, October 22nd, and the Rising Fight League show in just a few weeks on August 20th. Now, let's see what Hot Sauce Holtzman can do in his main event fight from X Series Crossroad against a very tough competitor, Charlie Alexander. This is MMA Inside the Cage.
It's
Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He fights for Nashville Mixed Martial Arts of Nashville, Tennessee. Coming in with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss, Charlie Alexander. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He fights for Shield Systems of Knoxville, Tennessee. He is ranked number 5 by around the octagon. Coming in with a flawless record of 4 wins and 0 losses. I give you Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman. Your referee when the action starts is Nate Jolly.
Town favorite is Holtzman getting a huge ovation, and there you go right there, Casey. You can see the size difference.
Absolutely.
Holtzman is a big 55er.
Absolutely chiseled, man, and he can bring it. Just like GSP, man, this guy does not get tired, and he comes to fight.
He might be the biggest 155er I've ever seen.
Holtzman sporting the mohawk to differentiate. Both have pretty close to identical trunks.
A bit of a feeling out process by both of these guys. Both men understand there's a lot of power in the strikes of each.
They both have speed too. Seeing that exchange. Good tight hands. Elbows in tight. But Holtzman right now pressing Alexander up against the cage above our station here.
Holtzman really pushing for that takedown. Working hard though. He's using his knees. He's using his strikes to set up the takedown. You know, a very good game plan by Holtzman.
And Alexander has a good base, good solid legs, getting nice and low, getting heavy on Holtzman. Holtzman forcing Holtzman to soften him up if he wants to go for that takedown.
Absolutely. A little low.
He's ready to go. I'm glad when he don't take the whole 5 minutes.
I've spoken extensively with Scott Holtzman, and you know, just a complete class act. He loves to fight, you know, but a class act in all ways, and you know, a very, very game gladiator.
Scott Holtzman at 27 years old, a full-time fighter. And the Mac Pro book.
Here come the transition from Holtzman. Watch this.
Look at that full mount there. He's got on the full mount, and he's taking it back. He's got his hooks in. He has one hook in, the other hook's out.
Here we go.
Here's the choke. Oh boy, look at that. It's tight. It's tight.
To the submission by rear naked choke and new X Series and ISKA 155-pound champion Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman. Welcome back to MMA Inside the Cage. It's time for third round action, final round, and we're talking about the MMA Inside the Cage main event of the week. So as it stands right now, we're working with Strikeforce, M1 Global from Russia, BAMMA in the UK, and EFC Africa. Now our newest partner is Superior Challenge from Sweden. Superior Challenge has a great history in the sport. They're just coming off their 7th event back in April. They currently only have title holders up to middleweight, but they put on some seriously competitive fights, Casey.
Man, I was so excited here. We finally got a hold of these guys, some of the footage from here, because up until now you're going to get limited coverage, you know, some on TV, you know, maybe a couple of broken YouTube videos.
That's true.
But really, this is the first time right here on MMA Inside the Cage you're going to get to see one of the full fights Uncut.
That very cool, man. Some guys that you may know that have come through the ranks, you got Junie Browning, a big character in the sport, Carlo Prater, Jeremy Horn, Thales Leitis, Joachim Hansen, and 2 Europeans that are currently making a splash, Papi Abidi, who will meet Thiago Alves at UFC 138, and Alexander Gustafsson, who's going to be meeting Matt Hamill at UFC 133. These are some real name guys, Casey. Now, the main event of the week is the co-main event from Superior Challenge 7. It's Rich Clementi taking on Reza Madadi for the lightweight championship. Now, we've seen Rich Clementi in some wars, Casey.
Man, Rich Clementi is, a legend in the sport. He's been around for a lot of years. And, man, always brings some action, man. You never have a boring Rich Clementi fight.
That's very true, man. This one does not disappoint. An absolute war. And before we get to it, you have to log on to SuperiorChallenge.com and switch it over to English mode and look into some of the premier organization across the pond, man. It's main event time. Rich Clementi, Reza Madadi for the strap. It's your MMA Inside the Cage main event of the week.
Han är populär resa, det är ingen snack om saken.
Ja, det är klart. Och lite magdans här, det var ju trevligt. Kvällskvisten.
Det tycker jag absolut.
Alldeles för han har haft stora kvaler för det.
Men Reza, han blev jäkligt upptaggad på det här. Han blir riktigt... Det kan han nog önska. Han kan nog önska det, att det här blir sportsmanship. Jag tror inte vi kommer se så mycket av det här. Det bara
Svar nej.
Det här är hat hela vägen.
Reza rör på sig bra här i början.
Det tror jag han ska tänka på för att göra så mycket.
Jag träffade Reza
han träffade honom riktigt bra alltså, men...
Mycket bra.
Riktigt bra. Han lyckades greppa och hämtade sig där. Han var riktigt borta där ett tag. Det var väldigt, väldigt, väldigt bra gjort. Men han är ju väldigt bra grappler alltså.
Triangeln här. Med Plata på gång. Wow.
Han är väldigt rutinerad, man ser det. Han går från ena till andra. Rich alltså. Nu måste Reza verkligen säga. Han får inte lämna ut ryggen.
Nej. Nu blir jag så här nervös igen. Och det man ska glömma med Reza, nu kom det precis. Reza har en otrolig kondis.
Ja. Nej, men det är alltid kondisgaranti på Reza alltså.
Och nu kommer hans giljotin här. Han har en riktigt bra giljotin, Reza. Time. Bra match.
Att det var liksom lite tufft, men så får han ändå liksom känna att han fixar det. Då, jag tror att det kan ta mycket mer. Han kan komma mycket med självförtroende nu alltså.
Han får inte stoppa in huvudet där, Reza igen, som han gjorde sist. Han måste slänga en egen. Där var en bra dyk. Vi ser att man får nedtagningar från då. Ja.
Rich kanske inte tänker med på det.
Nej, han vill inte riktigt vara med på våra planer.
Men å andra sidan verkar kanske som att Reza kan ha få till.
Det fick han till. Snyggt.
Det gjorde han väldigt bra.
Han attackerade mer. Dumpning här.
De har så här slamfest här.
Ja, det är verkligen slam. Nu fick han loss det här, så vi ser ifall vi får se. 10 sekunder. Det här var ju en väldigt teknisk match. Mycket mer teknisk än jag trodde det skulle vara.
Ja, faktiskt. Ja, det är en
svårdömd match också.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Ja, vad tror vi nu då?
Ja, den som tar den här ronden tror jag vinner matchen. Det är väl min prediction.
Vinner Reza den här matchen, då får han verkligen bevisa att han är hemma här.
Ja, men jag tycker han redan har visat det för länge sedan.
Jo, men alltså förra matchen var ju så jäkla bra. Ja. Och sen liksom, men här får han ju verkligen ett riktigt liksom mothugg på alla sätt och vis.
Han får ett erkännande här också, att han tillhör det.
Ja, men också att han har klarat sig riktigt svåra situationer.
Hur snyggt var det då?
Så jävla snyggt.
Wow. Vilken...
great fight, and we go to the judges' scorecard, and we have a unanimous decision. The winner is Risa Nanade.
Det förtjänar han.
Well, it's time to wrap up our Season 2 premiere. We have to thank, of course, Strikeforce, X Series, and Superior Challenge for all the exciting fights. Next week, it's a big episode, Casey. We're bringing MMA Inside the Cage right from the Sears Center in Chicago, Illinois, covering everything from Strikeforce, Henderson versus Fedor. Casey, make your prediction right now.
You know what it's going to be, brother. It's going to be Fedor. Fedor, all 3 judges, brother.
Just like that?
That's it.
Hendo with the right hand, second round, baby. Just like that. As always, check us out on Facebook.com/MMA Inside the Cage, YouTube.com/MMA Inside the Cage TV. Follow us on Twitter at MMAITC. And for anything else, shoot us an email at MMAinsidethecage@gmail.com. I'm Cyrus Feast.
And I'm Casey Oxendine.
And we'll see you next week inside the cage.
Awesome. Oh.